Most of us are taught to be kind, polite, and helpful. But no one teaches us how to say a no, without guilt, without fear, and without losing relationships we care about. This is a story about Ira and the moment she chose herself, without hurting anyone else. Ira was the go-to person in her office. Need someone to stay late? Ask Ira. Need a birthday cake picked up? Ira won't say no. Need weekend help on a report? Ira always agrees. She wasn't a pushover. She was warm, dependable, and afraid of disappointing anyone. But the truth? Every yes she said to others was a silent no to herself. No to rest. No to her goals. No to peace. Until one day. It was Friday evening. Ira had planned a quiet weekend, her first in months. She had signed up for a long-postponed art class. It meant something really personal to her. It took her back to her old days where she spent hours on artwork every weekend. And then, her manager called. Aye, can you help out with Sunday's presentation? It's a big deal. The old reflex rose, the habitually sure, I'll manage. But this time, something paused her. This wasn't just another favor. This was yet another borrowed weekend, another ignored plan, another broken promise to herself. Her heart raced. She knew saying a no might disappoint. Maybe even frustrate him. But something in her had changed. Ira took a breath and replied, I really value this project. But I've already committed to something personal this weekend that I can't move. If it helps, I can send over a few notes tomorrow that might assist the team. Silence. Then a polite okay. I understand. That was it. No drama. No fallout. Just a clear, kinda no, with an alternate offer. And more importantly, she spent her weekend in that art class, with colors on her fingers and a smile on her face. She had honored her time, without burning a bridge. That moment changed how Ira saw a no. It wasn't rejection. It was redirection. She wasn't saying, I don't care. She was saying, I care enough to be honest. Saying a no, it didn't make her selfish. It made her trustworthy, because people knew she meant her yes. She learned to say no with clarity, not apology, offer a boundary, not an excuse, and trust that true relationships respect honesty. And surprisingly, her manager respected her more. Not less. Because people might not always like your boundaries, but they will always feel your self-respect. We think saying a no will break relationships. But in reality, it's the silence, the resentment, the stretched limits, that does the real damage. So ask yourself, when was the last time you said a yes when your heart whispered a no? And what would it look like if your next no came from courage, not fear? You're not here to please everyone. You're here to be real, with yourself and others. In the rushing world, thanks for slowing down. This is ZelfView, your reflective mirror.